Broadcast testing. Hello! Welcome, everyone. I'm very excited to share with you my new project that I've been working on. It's an immersive experience. Thank you so much for supporting Vanport Mosaic. I'm really excited to share with you something very new that I've been working on. I've been struggling now because of COVID-19. Because I'm myself a performer. Oh, I'm so sorry. I have double audio. One moment. I just need to fix that first. Okay, perfect. Sorry. I just want to start again. I was like, what is happening here? I was watching and then I'm like, oh, I see on the screen it's getting audio twice. Okay. Let me back up. I'm a performer and I live in Portland, Oregon. And I identify as deaf. And my name is Myles de Bastion. I'm a visual sound artist. That means I like to show different approaches and how sound becomes visual. Do you see that we have captions here today? That's one approach for visualization for sound. I also play guitar, music, and really like to create different approaches to make it so sound notes are really loud or soft, and they have different frequencies, and those become different colors and patterns. I wanted to perform, but because of COVID-19, I don't really have a venue. So that means I've been working on a new approach that's immersive experience that's 3D. And it's connected to sound and visualizations and performing video streaming live for live streaming. If you have any questions, please let me know. I have a channel that I can watch. Okay, are you all ready? Woo! Thank you so much, Vanport Mosaic.
in a different time, a different dimension. There is a place far away. It looks like home. But there is no air, not like it used to. Without air, there was no sound. filled with a new sensation. Sound never experienced before. Excited, they showed their invention to the parents who marveled. Yet no one really understood how sound could be used. At least not yet. Only the one with thoughts unseen had an inkling what to do. They built another machine. It could be held. It had strings. The strings could be moved to make many different sounds. They learned how to play the string machine. The sounds meant something, they felt like something. Others who heard it too marveled at their own new feelings. People all over the world came to learn of the machines and their inventor. They gathered around the inventor and gave them whatever was needed. The inventor showed people how to make their own machines. Generations passed. The world had air once more. The inventor never was able to communicate in the usual way, but it didn't matter. They had given the ultimate gift and was loved by the people for it. They were never again lonely.
everyone. I hope you really enjoyed watching. I'm excited to share with you my new approach and about my immersive experience in a 3D environment, and how I built the tech was pretty complicated and challenging for me to learn. It was a lot. It was a lot of overnight work. So I have one question so far. I can do a Q&A right now if you'd like. I just have to scroll up a little bit and find the question. Noah was saying, what software are you using? I'm using different softwares, 3 different approaches. The environment itself is 3D. Unreal Engine, excuse me. I use that because it has really good simulations for the lights. I can also apply it to other softwares as well. And also using another software called Touch Designer. That's a visual program system. It allows me to analyze sound, and I'm able to create a pattern, a visualized pattern, and then I could send that out. It's very good for different tactile approaches for different sensories. It's a really cool immersive experience. And I'm also using today a live streaming platform, OBS, Open Broadcast Software. That allows me to add captions that you're seeing right now to my left. It's very easy to switch back and forth and change the captions around for a different look. I see that Vanport has a question. What is my future plan? That's a good question. I've been working from home, and I have a very small setup, and I have a green screen behind me, and I've really been struggling with filming the green screen itself. I don't really have enough room. I need to be more separated from the background, and it's easier to control the lights that way. My goal is to move the system into our old space called CymaSpace. CYMASPACE. Right now we're not using the lab because of COVID-19. Right now we're like, I don't know if we're going to be able to afford rent. And our CymaSpace is our nonprofit that I founded to support arts and inclusion of the deaf and hard of hearing community. But right now we're switching more to media platform and virtual production. So hopefully you can support our work and the deaf and disability community. You can go into our lab and you can help create new experiences. So if you have a space that's cheap We would love to hear from you. One more exciting project that's connected with CymaSpace would be a Deaf Arts Live. It's a monthly event, and it's a spotlight on the deaf and hard of hearing performers. We're going to continue to build this system and then allow other people to be able to join and build any environment they would like. It could be a forest. It could be underwater. It could be in the space. It's really cool when using virtual production. I'm interested to do more interaction with the audience. I don't want just the audience to watch the virtual reality experience. I want them to be more involved into the game engine. Meaning the audience can join the environment and interact with things in the virtual production. So I'm curious how the future will look forward for live events. Are there any other questions? Let's see. Andrew has a question. Since you've been using Unreal, is there a way to experience my art in VR? Meaning you put on these glasses on your head. I have it over here. I haven't used it quite yet. This is what it looks like. So it's not ready, but soon I'm going to get a package from the game engine, and then I could share it with other people so they can watch. But really it's designed to see a 3D environment. So if you have VR, please let me know. Michelle has a question. Oh, sorry. Mosaic has a comment from Michelle. You loved my performance before at Pica. Thank you. I love that performance as well because it really allowed the deaf and disability artists to be involved and really put a spotlight on the opportunities for them to perform. Maybe we can partner with Pica again. I know they have a big warehouse, but we can't use it for audience events. Maybe we can partner with a virtual production. Andrew commented again. They hope in the future that I'll have a way to interact with the experience and join, and I completely agree. And the future for live events is really not passive to be watching. It's really interaction with the people. So my idea for the story itself, if you're watching, I really want to create a tour of different environments with small groups of people. So those people maybe have an iPhone or a different app, and then I'll give them a link and they could log in and use a multiplayer function, and then they'll become a character in the story. I've already been working on that before COVID-19. It was a design for an escape room, and where the live performers lead the groups. And we've already set that up at Pica, and we did testing there, and it was very successful. And that's on hold right now. I'm hoping to have a pivot to a more virtual working system. I miss you. I miss everybody. I miss hanging out with people. Okay, does anyone have any more questions? I hope I'm seeing all of the questions. I'm live on Twitch and Facebook and YouTube. Oh, and Twitter. I think it's catching all of the comments on my channel. Hopefully. Okay. Oh. Mary has a question. A question about meeting up. They're working with deaf and blind community and creating an immersive sound tactile experience. And at the University of Oregon. Hello, Mary. It's nice to meet you. E-meet. I'm excited to chat about that with you. And your project sounds like a perfect match for a collaboration. I also want to think about how to support the deaf and blind and disability community, and also people with physical disabilities. It's really an interesting area. My work is pretty immersive in the light sector. And I really want to figure out how to support the deaf community and the deaf-blind community. I actually had a partnership with a deaf-blind drummer. For me, I was trying to think about how he would experience it and how I would help him experience that as well. That's also on hold because of COVID-19. We had a vibrating vest. I think it's over here. This is what it looks like. This is one of them. It's called Subpack. And this is how you put it on. You plug it into the sound back here, and it will vibrate. It feels really good, and it helps a lot with different frequencies that I can't hear. That's one example. There's also Music Not Impossible. They create vests with different points that vibrate. So you can feel different vibrations in different parts of your body, like behind your back, on your chest, on your wrists, on your ankles. And it's really cool. I've started to experience with that. They sent me 2 vests, but unfortunately, their business shut down. I hope that they can start again. Really, our community has been hugely impacted. Now we kind of see a soft opening that businesses are opening, but the performing arts are still not allowed to. So that will be the last open for us. We don't really have a future right now or a future plan for live immersion. One problem is income and how to monetize. Live streaming is fine, but most of those platforms are not easy to monetize. YouTube, you must have 1,000 followers just to start and set up an ad system to bring in some income. Twitch is pretty all right. You can have a donation function set up, and it will show up on the screen. I'm curious to see more in that area and really develop so we can have music or performing arts and really excel in our community, because right now it's broken. And it's been broken for a long time. The artists themselves cannot benefit. And you all know that. It's not new. My new approach is to support by small donations. But you cannot live on small donations. I would like to see a crypto copyright. It's the same as, it might be the same as Bitcoin. Bitcoin. But for royalties, we have technologies to count when the artists themselves create in the computer easily and connect it and identify the artists by their picture or by their music, by their videos. And YouTube and Facebook, they recognize that. And they have music copyrights, and then they cancel it and delete posts because they already know about royalties. But that system really needs to be, Okay, for example, if you are all watching right now, maybe I would have royalties from this performance. By how many viewers? And then I would get rewards from, I want you to reward you for watching and sharing. So then we can count every share and then how many people are sharing. And then that for me has value. So I would like to see more work in that area for royalties. Digital counting. Rewarding people for participating and curating and sharing. I hope that's in the future. Imogen Heap. They've been working on that area. It's very interesting. Anyways, sorry. I'm becoming a little bit distracted. Anyone have more questions? Let me see. Answered that one. Mary Ann said, I'm curious about your performance now. How could you do it in person? So historically, my performance, what did it look like? That's a really good question. I would focus on LED lighting. Those are LEDs, pixels, and I control from the same software. And I could set up an immersive stage experience. And I've built all of the lights myself. I couldn't find lights that I control my music. And music to trigger lights was so-so. So I had to create it myself to make a better approach. Sometimes I use vibration as well. If I have a budget for it, a transducer would go under an object and it would vibrate like a stage, for example. So you could feel it. Or, for example, this vest, like what I'm wearing. Vibration tools tend to be expensive and really challenging to set up. And it doesn't scale easily. I feel like lights is better because people can see one light. But I want to make sure that I'm supporting the blind community as well. Mary has another question. Are you using an Arduino or a Teensy? Yeah, I started with Arduino, but I noticed it was not powerful enough for my needs. I need to control many LED lights. And it was hard to feed the data from far away. So I switched to Teensy. I still use Teensy. I created a box. I might be able to show you. Again, you can't buy this. I had to create it myself. It's easier to plug into power and control the data and feed the LED lights. Wow, I'm very surprised you're all asking me so many technical questions. In that box, there's not a Teensy. Other controllers are more expensive. It's called a Pixlite, excuse me. I will type it over here. Okay, I just responded to you, Mary. Oh, Noah said, very cool, good job on your design. I like using pelican boxes or pelican cases because they're really hard and waterproof. I call it weather resistant. You still won't want to put it in water. Hello, Open Signal. Thank you for watching. I love you. I need to catch up on your live streaming and all of your goals. I know that we have a plan. I'll definitely catch up soon. Mary, feel free to contact me if you want to set up a separate time to talk in depth about my technology that I'm using. Okay, let's see, what time is it? I have 6 minutes left. Do you have any more questions? Did I miss anybody? If you're interested in the technology or the virtual production and the immersive experience and design, we're looking for more volunteers to join CymaSpace for Deaf Arts Live. We have a workshop starting right now for about 3 times a week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It starts at 2 and ends at 4. Yep, that's right. PST, Pacific Standard Time. National, international, everyone's welcome to join. We meet on Zoom and we have our discussions on Slack. Right now, our team is mostly deaf, so that means we, of course, will be signing, but we also would like to recruit some interpreters as well to help facilitate communication. So if you're interested in joining the workshop, or if you're looking for more places to help, video editing, promoting, live streaming, technology, 3D design, interactive experience, programming software, there's many ways you can volunteer. Also, we're looking for non-technical support as well. We want to spotlight the deaf performers, foremost, of course. And then if Deaf Arts Live takes off, we would love to have more partnerships. Vanport has a general question about, where is it? Advocacy for access for live streaming. What are the cities and agencies and organizations doing Or what can they do? That's a very good question. If you're watching my other videos on YouTube or on Facebook, I've covered that topic more in depthly. For example, captioning is really a struggle with technology. Most services are pretty expensive to use. And right now we don't have a standard for live streaming with captions. That's why I'm using option captioning. Because I know that Facebook would recognize the captions automatically. So it would provide itself open captioning, closed captioning. But the accuracy is so-so. It's really good for general access, but it's really challenging to feed Facebook with a human captioner for accuracy. So we need more live streaming platforms to work on helping make sure there's a captioning standard that's open sourced and free, and that's easy for people to be able to caption. I would prefer that voice become captions, but you have easy options to edit as well, so you can fix the mistakes. That needs to be in the system as well. And then you could be like, oh, that word is incorrect. I'm just going to edit it right here and type in the correct word. That would really help a lot. Other access questions. Oh, my kid's coming in. It might be time for us to finish, but I see that you're curious about access needs in general. Please feel free to watch my video on this topic. I'll leave it in the comments. And I explain how to add an interpreter in the screen, how to add a deaf person who's voicing and signing, hi. Okay. I think it's a good time to wrap up and close and do something that's not tech focused. I think I've had about 4 hours of sleep in the past 48 hours. Thank you so much for watching and supporting Vanport Mosaic. It's really a wonderful program. If you have any questions, feel free to leave comments below for me and I'll answer them. Okay. I hope you join and watch me again in the future. Bye. Bye, everyone.